brought to you by GameFound. Create a free pledge manager for your project.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Tom Basso.
Hello, my name is Z. Garcia. Hi.
I'm Camilla Cleghorn.
And I'm Mike Delisio, and I'm riding a dyno, a water dyno in the intro.
Goodness.
Everyone's
Jealous, I gotta admit.
jealous.
It's pretty legit.
Is that going to be your next tattoo?
It's in the consideration for sure.
You're annoyed that that came after the tattoo.
I fixed the audio.
A little bit. That probably would have been the one I've chosen.
What did you
Really?
choose?
I chose this guy.
No, now
it's
he's flexing.
terrible.
Look at him go. Golly.
Ho,
Jeez.
ho. Prison tat much?
Well, look.
All right, folks. So, as we come into this, we're talking about Kickstarters and projects on GameFound, and once again, I looked at Indiegogo and I found something,
Indiegogo.
but it has nothing to do with board gaming.
Well,
Okay, no, not board gaming.
it depends on what board game you're playing. It might need juice.
Anywho,
You might need to
Hugo?
plug it in or something.
you're probably looking for us to talk about a big project that's not ending this week, so it will
Correct.
probably be talked about in another week, because there are some big projects on the horizon.
There are, and we're not coming in. I don't think there's any big projects this week.
I would like to just warn you ahead of time, not a super hot week.
No, it's not. No, it's not. But it's
Possible
better than
chance.
last week.
There's one that I am tempted to back.
I say possible chance of four-way crossover on the pick of the
Yeah,
week.
I'm
so.
pretty sure what my pick of the week is, and I think there will be a crossover. Maybe. We'll see.
I'm picking the same thing you're picking.
Let's do it right now. Thanks, folks, for watching. Really appreciate it.
Let's get started. Here. Oh, and by the way, the opinions expressed there are our opinions, because obviously.
Yeah, do we have a contest? Yeah, no? Yes.
Do we have a contest? I don't think we do, right?
Let's watch the things
No,
instead.
no. Let me look and make sure there's no contest. I don't want to get in trouble.
We don't talk about contests anymore.
No, there's a contest tomorrow, everybody.
Oh,
Okay, I knew about that one.
You want to
Okay.
come on back tomorrow, but don't go yet. We haven't covered the games yet.
Let's get started
There's
on
one good
GameFound.
game.
We have a table, the SunnyGeeks 1.5. Now we have the SunnyGeeks. We have the pathetic.
The
SunnyGeeks
version
1.
1. The
It's
beta
outdated.
version.
It's outdated, yeah.
Yeah.
That one didn't even come with 4 legs.
No.
They added the 4th leg later on.
That's correct.
In the 1.23 patch.
All right, so this is a very unique table in that it's very modular. As you can see this
Yes.
picture here, this is exactly how the table works. Everything is magnetic. In fact,
Everything falls from the roof.
we have two big bins that said table accessories, and I was like, what is this? Oh, it's the SunnyGeeks stuff.
The two big
yeah.
things I noticed that was different about this one, well, the one big thing was that little thing that holds, the little rolling thing that holds the extra stuff. That's kind of cool, the Odysseus or whatever.
Where is it?
It's towards the bottom.
Oof,
Oh,
look at that.
oh.
Attractive man.
Now, I think that we probably, the three of us can agree. Did you see this table
I
at the old
haven't,
studio?
no. I do have a
that
question
was
about it.
Yeah, that was the other
Camilla,
old
yeah.
studio.
Yeah.
I think the three of us would
Would you
agree.
like it?
Well, I have a question. Let you
I was going to
finish.
say, this is probably
real quick.
great for role-playing
design
more than
awesome,
board
yeah.
gaming. Tom's just ignoring my very salient
interesting.
point.
Okay,
That this is
yeah.
if you're a
Salient.
role
I
player.
heard you. Also,
Google
Yeah, if you asked her a
I don't know
question,
about
then you
that
didn't let her answer.
I did? No, I just
No,
asked her
no.
if she'd seen the table.
Go ahead, make your
question.
point. Make your
Okay,
point.
so-
This is a complete
Here's the thing about this table.
No. Did the first one have the storage underneath for the top leaves?
Mm-hmm.
Did you hit that? Let me ask someone taller. Sorry.
Oh!
Sorry, that didn't.
That was gold.
Than me, taller than me. Tom, did your knees hit the leaves?
Wow.
No,
Okay,
they did
you
not.
have
Did
a
your head hit
problem?
the ceiling while you were at the table, you giant? That's the thing I'm talking about out there.
I don't remember. I don't know if
goodness.
I've ever sat at one with the table leaves underneath it.
Okay, well, I mean, it was the frame for it would have still been down there. That was my big concern.
Yeah,
is like, how would that have been? Because I'm very movie.
I think it's
Is that a word?
possible you could have bumped your knees
No.
into it. I remember it was, yeah, because we put that thing together and everything.
I think you're
Okay.
all right. It's very modular, clearly, and it's very good. I would guess for role-playing games.
Yes.
Where you can just sort of customize whatever you want. Any little piece you want gone is gone. Any little piece you need added in because you want an extra bucket, that's in. It's also covered in magnets. There are magnets everywhere, and everything is magnetic, so you need to a certain degree,
Keep
be
your
a
credit
little
cards away.
ginger.
Yeah.
That too. But you got to be a little ginger with it.
Yeah.
I think it's not a table you sit on. You can be like, woo!
Right.
Because it will things will
It
break
will
off
shift.
of it.
Yeah, it'll shift.
Yeah.
Oh. That might be problematic for me.
No joke. If you want it, we have one out there.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful table. I mean, the product, the actual materials are
It's
really top notch.
Very good, yeah.
And when we were looking at it, we were like, man, this just keeps going. There were so many pieces and things that you can pop in there, and so.
I would never want one of these wooden leg ones. I do not like that for two reasons. One, they look too weak, and two, I hate that outward bent thing. It drives me nuts.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't
It's just
mind
not my
that.
style.
I don't think
like
I'd want it for a game table, but I don't like.
I like
Actually,
the metal legs.
I like
That's what we
the
have right
metal
here,
legs.
baby.
I do like those. Oh, whoa, that was unnecessary.
Oh,
I don't know. I like the look of those.
Really?
I do, yeah. I
Those
like
metal
it.
ones? Or
No,
the,
no. I mean,
the-
metals
the,
are like
1970s?
these.
Yeah, the
Interesting.
70s retro.
Yeah, it's
Oh, I
very,
didn't
very
get no
retro.
reverb on that.
okay, but this is a bad day. But again, keep in mind though that we do use Rathskeller tables
Yes.
here.
We
We
do
are sponsored.
indeed.
We share a booth with
Really?
Rathskeller ZS, and so
Yes.
keep that in mind. But I love their tables. Obviously, we use these. This one is, I admire this table, but it's not for me.
Doesn't suit our
The
needs with what we do.
modularity of this one kind of blows any other table I've seen away.
Yes.
That comes with some caveats, i.e., galore
Magnets.
Or
Right.
switch those two words also
And just
works.
being.
I like that little thing though. I like the
That is really
I like
cool.
the Odysseus.
That is
that's
really
pretty cool.
cool.
That's
Yeah.
pretty slick.
I want
Play
that just
mats
to
and stuff you can roll around. I mean, that's really neat.
I
It's
want
like, hey, can you hand me the rule book? Here, hold on. Let me roll it over to you.
I want that. I want to play with this table and that little cart on a train. Like I want to be going somewhere gorgeous
Yeah,
across a foreign continent,
yeah.
playing on a beautiful gaming table like this, seeing the visage.
The visage, the vistas, yeah. Visage, I think, is a face more.
Okay, yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I mean. The face is outside the window.
That's correct.
As
The
I
people
blow
jumping
past
off
them.
the train.
Anyway, it looks cool. I like
It does look neat.
Well, I haven't seen this yet.
That is for you to rest your
True.
feet,
It's a
Foot
BMX.
rest?
It's a BMX ramp.
and you can adjust the angle.
Oh.
I'm trying to think how that would work.
You put it on the floor, you put your feet on it.
While playing that never.
No, but I mean, I never keep my feet that still.
That's what I'm wondering.
Okay, so
like,
here's what we need. Remember, it was either last week or the week before where you had that thing that you used for your feet?
oh, the
Put one of those on
ocean
there and
floor
you pretend
thing?
like you're standing on the ocean floor while you're playing your game.
Ooh, theme integration.
Oh, I like that. Or just cover this thing in crazy glue and then throw rocks on it.
Right, and nails.
When we're at Essen, we will have to try these chairs out to see how
Those
they
I
work.
like a lot.
Yeah.
I'm all over those.
They
Those
look
look
really
nice.
good.
But what about these?
They looked real-
Do you like it with the leatherette?
That's not bad.
That's not bad.
fine. Yeah,
That
I
would
like,
look good with that
you
table.
don't,
With the
you don't care about
table,
the
right,
legs
yeah.
on these?
It doesn't bother me on a chair.
Just the table.
Oh
Okay,
no, on the
interesting.
chair. I mean,
Sus?
yeah, with that table. But otherwise, you can fit.
Who are you talking to?
That was really
We're
loud.
live right now.
Sorry.
We are live.
made Roy take his headphones off.
Yeah, everyone's like,
Okay, I thought we were gonna be quick today, so that's how much time we spent in the first project. Moving on.
Here we go.
The Artemis Project, Satellites and Commanders. So the Artemis Project is, in my opinion, an underrated game
Yeah, it's an under the radar game for sure.
from Grand Gamers Guild. It's a pretty strong dice placement.
Very tight.
Yeah.
Very tight game.
Euro style game where you're building like you're up north building this compound base
Yeah.
and things like that, sending people out on missions. This adds satellites.
It
I mean,
does.
they went from Arctic up into space.
This was a game that had a very kind of small footprint,
okay.
and it looks like they're not really changing that. So it's a game that kind of looks like it's going to be a slight little game, and then when you get into it, you're like, oh, this is a pretty interesting, pretty, like, again, really tight resources and very interactive, I think, in some ways too.
That being said, though, these are some pretty hefty changes for
gonna
this
ask-
second
I was gonna ask
edition.
if you
Yeah,
thought
that
about
is true.
those.
Not
I
having to
played
pay to send colonists and expeditions
Yeah.
means you will do it much more often.
Yeah.
Then the scoring tweaks, I'm kind of curious about that. and all.
Sure. And the
But
star
I'm-
player thing, that's
I'm going to
interesting
have to
too.
get the second edition upgrade pack.
Yeah, the one you have now is trash.
I just threw it away.
Okay, good.
So
Kenny has already taken it out of the trash.
it's already in Kenny's bag.
That's correct.
All right, I like those satellite tokens. I don't know why.
It looks like Pac-Man.
But you can put a die in it.
Oh,
See, that's what I like.
okay, that's slick.
Yeah, I'm talking about the satellite, not the chariot
Oh,
tiles.
I thought you were talking about the Pac-Man. Okay, yeah, no,
Yeah,
I
I was
like the
confused.
satellites too. Yeah.
Satellites are great. The Pac-Man thing, they're missing one of the four sides. I'm confused.
And those dice look
quarter
great.
I do like custom dice.
The dice are nice.
You've not played this Artemis project, have you?
I haven't.
Camilla, have you?
No, I was interested in it from this though. I
Yeah.
thought it really looked neat.
It's a pretty solid game. And
Yeah.
I don't. How much is it? It's $99 for both. But
For
what if you just
both.
want the game?
No, you're out of luck.
Go down the pledge side. Yeah, there you go.
No, it looks like
Go back up.
You have
I
to
think
do
it
it
was
as
right
an,
there.
as an add-on,
30,
I
right?
bet, Tom.
No, that's just the expansion.
I bet you'd have to do it as an add-on.
Oh, just the game.
Yeah. What if you don't just the
Just
game?
the second
Can you not
edition.
get the game already? Is it?
Yeah, I guess
Oh,
it's true. You just go to the
just-
store and buy it.
Yeah.
What
Sorry.
stores? I mean, you can do that.
Oh,
That's what I hear.
game nerds.
I just do Kickstarters is the only way to get games, right?
That's correct.
All right.
And Indiegogo.
All right. This next project I put in because it made me laugh. Algebrapoly.
Alja, no thanks.
I am just amused that someone thought this needed to be made. And here's the thing. I love algebra.
I don't.
I assume it's not a board gamer though making this.
No, I
It's
don't
just
think
a
so.
teacher and assuming like, oh,
It's a
Monopoly's a
sadist.
great game.
Making
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Also, can we have a little bit more text on those cars, please? Yeah, look, this is
I was amused by the name
Right.
and by the fact that it exists.
Yeah.
there are some people that may actually find this to be of interest.
Yeah,
I
there's
don't think it'd be
29
anybody
people.
watching this show.
Right.
Unless those 29 are watching, I doubt it.
Yeah, I just look.
No, come on. This looks terrible.
It does
Also,
look
It's
terrible.
not that it's the worst kind of educational game. It also doesn't look good. It's also
Right.
clearly a rip-off of Monopoly.
Right.
They're about to get hit with a cease and desist before we're done being live today. And it's also that.
I am noticing I'm correct. The Artemis project takes place on Europa,
Yeah.
which is why it is in space.
Sure.
Sorry.
Not in the yeah.
I
What
just
did you think it was?
in the Arctic.
In the Arctic.
It's on Europa. You're terraforming that moon or whatever. Sorry.
Interesting. That's where Thanos hangs out, right?
I think it was interesting that they didn't really try to sell the game of this. It was more like,
Yeah.
oh, do you want to make algebra fun?
Right.
Okay, well, tell me how you did that. You made an ugly board,
Yeah. Anyway,
weird
This
paper
game-
money.
this-
You know, like it's like it doesn't really sell
This is-
how
yeah,
this
this
is
is-
going to get kids involved. So
One person, I can only assume,
yeah.
made
Yeah.
some stuff, wanted to get this kick-started. I don't think it's not gonna fund, right?
Right,
I mean,
doesn't
how much
look
did they
like it.
want?
Right.
Take something I already hate and somehow makes it worse.
Right.
And I'm talking about
Yeah.
algebra.
$24,690.
I used that joke the
I mean,
other
it's-
day. I had to put it on the show.
This is not gonna
Not a
fund.
joke.
What was the joke, Mike?
The joke was it took something I hate and somehow made it worse. Pause. And I'm talking about algebra. See? People thought I was talking about Monopoly. I twisted it.
Okay.
I was talking about
That
algebra.
sickens me
Took him
because
3
you should
times to
enjoy
get a laugh.
algebra.
There you go.
Because algebra is useful.
No, why should you enjoy algebra?
You don't have to
You know
enjoy
what else
things
is
that are
useful? Milk of magnesia. Do I have to enjoy it?
Oh my gosh.
That's a deep cut. That is a deep cut.
Let's jump to a game none
I
of us are
haven't
going to
heard
play.
the words milk of magnesia in a while.
I don't know why that came to mind.
I love it.
Very
Well,
helpful.
It has something to do with age. All right, so
No, that's
So
tapioca.
I'm short. I'm old. Come on, let's get them all
What
out.
else can I hit you with today? I'll
price-
only praise you today, okay?
the price of Crowns 3. So this is mostly here because I thought the miniatures look cool.
Oh, I thought it said the prince.
I'm pretty sure it says in Prince.
That's the
Oh,
price.
there's the price.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
wow.
I very much also thought this was called the Prince of
That's like
Crowns.
an optical
Well, this-
illusion. I had to read it
yeah.
twice.
Oh.
So anyhow, mostly like I said, this is on here because I thought these were really cool miniatures. This is not for us necessarily, but these are nice looking miniatures. Sorry, Mike.
Woo! Got me right in the eye. Yeah, I mean, it's nice looking. It's not.
What is this? I'm so
It's
confused.
in the line
just-
of minis to
yeah.
play in historical war games, I would imagine, right?
Also,
Yeah,
what's,
that's what I
what's white metal?
I was wondering about that. Is it actually like
I think it's
metal?
Yeah, it's a type of metal from
Yeah.
what I know that they use for making miniatures out of, as opposed to say pewter.
Ah,
But like what metal is it?
white.
No, that's not. No.
I
doesn't
don't know.
compute.
You know how like white chocolate? It's similar to that. It's not really metal, but
Oh,
they
is it
call
edible
it
though?
Well, everything's medible.
Edible? Ooh.
New word. Put it down. Webster's. Medible.
My
Edible metal.
word. You could also 3D print that if you know what no one's
Oh,
listening.
that sounds
All right.
good. Yeah, let's
Yeah.
move on. Thanks.
GameFound. This is sorry.
I was very confused by this.
Can you slide this game? Yeah, this is confusing, right?
They show miniature building after miniature building. But it's and I almost at one point was thinking to myself when I saw this, I'm like, is this a miniatures game with measuring and moving armies? Because I cannot figure out what I'm looking at.
No.
It's not. It's some sort of very light sounding
resource
management, push your luck.
Yeah,
right?
with some.
Is this this is the most crowdfunding game I've seen in a while, where they have this extravagance. But all these buildings, as far as I can tell, don't really do much except like they can hold your cards or something. I don't care what's happening. I just
Okay, so here's the retail version. You get some boards, 26 cards.
Square cards, yeah.
that's the game,
Right.
Or you can buy these amazing miniature buildings.
There you go.
This is then the deluxe version, which is suddenly building after building after building after building. I mean,
What is happening?
they're foundations of roaming it.
Right.
Yeah, you know what? That's it.
I'm very confused as to what this game is about.
I also didn't see a whole lot of here's how this game goes.
Right.
They were just like,
I
look
think
at
they
these
put a rule
buildings.
book up there if you wanted to read the rule book.
Nah,
Yeah.
all right?
Not doing it.
Somebody needs to read that to me. I'm not
That's
going to do
correct.
it myself. I hate algebra.
I think one of the biggest problems they also have here is I didn't find any picture of the entire game.
Right.
This is about the
That was
closest right
odd.
here with clearly painted miniatures,
things.
which we ain't
Might
getting.
be a rendering
I was
also.
going to say, it looked more like just a bunch of renderings. It's like, what is the physical product I'd want to
Like,
see?
if this is a board game with all kinds of cool miniatures and everything, that's fine. They need to, show it.
Right.
I think that's why it's not doing great right now. I mean, it does have 20 days to go.
Sure.
It's a confusing project. We often
It
hear
is.
about people pulling down
there it is.
projects. Wow, wait.
No, I
People
think
often talk about pulling down projects because their vision didn't quite line up with what people wanted.
Right.
This is a perfect candidate for that.
You're right. It's just a
this whole
the whole
video,
video
is
is like
this
this,
is
Tom.
this is all
This
the
is all
video
it
This
is.
is real.
Oh, see, I thought that was the board for a moment.
This is
No.
real.
See, if that's what the board looked like, then I'd be like, okay, I can see why you'd want to pay a lot of money for that.
Yeah, but also,
Right.
what would
But
you
what?
do with that? It's like a weird miniatures game.
But you don't use the miniatures. You just
don't?
use them to hold the cards for your push to luck aspects. Yeah, it was really confusing. I think there's not enough to back it up, and there are so many good products. Well, not last week or this week, but in the past there have been good products that they have to compete with, and so there's just not enough information to go by.
Yeah.
To
This
make
one
any
is.
type of
This is very,
decision.
very confused product delivery here, or information delivery. I like that cover. I think the cover's great looking. I just don't, I'm not sure what's in there. What kind of game is this? How's this gonna feel or play?
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, it's that time of week again for our weekly TCG, or collectible card game, or trading card game.
Slingers.
I swore, I was like, oh, this is one I know about.
Yeah.
I looked it up. Nope, it's a new name using the word rune again.
I got through
Yeah, but
30
this is
seconds of the video and I had to
Slingers,
stop.
though, Tom.
I was so painfully bored after 30 seconds of the video. Now, to be fair, I don't like these types of games.
Right.
But I was just like, another.
Oh, you know what
one,
that
huh?
looks like? That looks like that game that Mythic had, where you build
It
an
does,
item.
yeah. It
that
looks
font.
like what was the
Where
name
you
of
build
that
a
game?
sword?
Enchanters. That looks.
Oh, Enchanters the Awakening?
Yeah. Okay. What's one we're not gonna do? There we go. Hang on. Enchanters.
Oh, you're worried, but
BGG.
what if that's my pick of the week?
It's
You're-
not.
Oh, it could be.
the miniatures.
Whoa.
Yeah, right. Similar, right?
Whoa.
So that's Enchanters.
Yeah.
They just have a similar look to
Yeah,
them.
not
That's
like
all.
the same, but it's close.
Yeah, it's definitely different.
It's the same color scheme as what it is.
Sure,
The
yeah.
font is definitely different, but
Yeah.
Also, though, that's close. Mm-hmm. It also does look like a bunch of other CCGs. That's also what it is.
Yeah.
You look at this and you get that feeling of, have I seen this before? I don't think that's something you want in your collectible
Right.
card game. But
Right.
maybe you do. Maybe people will then go, wow, this seems like you got the right vibe. All in.
do you want a fireball play, Matt?
No.
You know what other thing I didn't really love about this? Like, there kept being a lot of cards that were just stones. Like,
Yeah, they're just the runes.
Oh,
Oh, that's the runes,
Yeah,
right?
those are
I know,
I
but
think
there
it's
were
the
like
theme of it.
usually like that is just a blob, a
Right.
green blob, and this one is a jaggedy yellow blob, and this is like
Like right there.
one bit of something. There's a lot of shapeless images, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I want to see like a cool looking creature, character, freaky alien, whatever. when every other card, maybe more than that, is just an abstract thing sitting on the floor. It's not a visually arresting look.
Yeah.
I like how they did this booster pack breakdown. 1 to 7 are common, and then slot 8 is rare,
Or
83% or exalted, 17%. I'm thinking, how is that any different than every other collectible card game?
Well,
No,
they have
Are
a
they bragging,
section.
or are they
I will
just-
say they have a section in here that says what makes us different. So I don't know. I mean, they do address
Oh,
that.
okay. Well, let's find
I
out.
think it's towards the top, though.
Oh, brother.
You head back up to the top. Go past the runes. More stones. More runes.
Just search. Just do
blobs.
Control F.
Keep going.
Fine.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Oh, jeez.
It's a trap. Don't do that again.
What are we searching
It's a
for?
trap.
I look for the word different.
Oh, it's up there. I mean, it's one of
Keep
the.
going.
It might be a graphic.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah, you
graphic.
can
it's a
search a graphic.
Not yet.
Oh,
Because you're still
get on that, Google.
collector. You're still at the cardboard boxes here.
All right, calm down. I'm gonna go.
There we go. Why Runeslingers is special.
That's very different than what you said, but all right.
exactly what I said.
If you had said special, I would have found it.
Yeah, I bet it would. Except
It's a
not.
competitive card game
It's
designed
medical.
for gamers by gamers. So
Not
basically,
different.
Every other one.
Uh-huh.
Players can combine cards.
however they like.
Turns require strategic decision making.
Oh, okay.
And games victories between experienced players can often come down to 1 or 2 strategic moves.
So this is very different.
It does feel different because normally it's random who
Yeah.
wins.
No. I'm on board here. Okay. How much is the highest pledge they got?
I guess this is their unique thing, an
Yeah.
ailment system.
Okay.
I don't know what that means though.
What about a
Why not put
power
that under what's
system
special, then?
that acts as a pseudo catch-up mechanic?
Sounds like a lot of pseudoscience.
How much does it cost to back this?
I'm all in though, not just
$73
back.
for a booster box?
Okay.
But what's the big pledge?
Founder.
3,000 cash dollars.
And
It says.
12 backers have backed it. Every
Oi.
time.
There you
Guys,
go.
we really got to get on creating one of these.
I'm assuming this is again speculation. You think,
I guess.
Sure seems that way.
or it's a store
Yeah.
store.
But it's
owner.
not doing as high as a lot of those that.
Right.
And yet this one actually I think looks better than a lot
It
of
does.
those that
Right.
make
It does.
1.3 million.
Correct. I'm bored, but it doesn't look bad.
This one looks better. I'm not going to say it looks great. It does look kind of derivative, but it looks better than a lot of those that make tons of money.
Yeah.
So what's going on there? I did do the math, I should say, before you move on to what the average was, the number of people versus the money. The average was $360
Hello.
per person.
All right. This is the first of 2 games that are somewhat themed on baseball. This one
that's
is
true.
Deadball baseball with dice.
Deadball.
This one here, the designer of this and everything, they're taking baseball seriously.
They are, but they're not. It doesn't seem like the game is that complicated. It's very simple
I mean,
as far as that goes.
This is as in the opposite of the other one, which is not
Yes.
taking baseball seriously.
Right.
I see what
Yeah,
you
yeah.
mean. Yeah. Yeah, this is for a book, right? It's
I wish
basically
he
for the rules.
showed more of this, the stuff there. I like this quote there. I love baseball with all my heart. It doesn't always love me back.
Yeah.
But I mean, he has 8 created, and I want to say 6 of those were some variation of this
Yeah.
game or something like that. So to your point that he didn't show much of the game, I wonder if in the previous Kickstarters he has, and is he kind of targeting to that specific
Potentially.
audience?
I bet he's trying to get repeat backers and maybe
right.
try to catch a few new ones.
Right, he knows who the niche is, and it's the friends that told the friends about it, who
Right.
saw the game, that kind of stuff. Just expanding on the already audience he has.
That's a very odd mathing system here. The
It's
batter rolls a
very
100-sided die. The pitcher rolls their pitch die. So he based that 100-sided die obviously on their batting average. So he
Sure.
rounded 0.305 up to 0.31. The pitcher die then affects that by like 2%.
If that, yeah.
That's a weird mathiness, and that might actually be true. Although I would argue the pitcher affects the batting average more than
Yeah.
you're not just comparing 2 numbers.
No, there's a lot more to it.
Would you all like to hear more about
No,
baseball?
I think you just outlined everything I hate about baseball. Thank you.
Baseball's amazing,
Yeah,
Camilla.
that's Great.
You can
Enjoy.
hit people with a bat.
No,
That's a lie, but I tried to
No.
get you into it
Can't
somehow.
do that, so
No, can't. I
you
tried.
shouldn't. You're not supposed to, but you can.
Okay. Brand new zoo. So here's the thing. We've been talking each week about these print and play roll and writes.
Yeah.
And I'm glad they exist.
Sure.
But my concern is I feel like we're starting to put a little too little effort into them.
This looks-
That's what I was gonna say. This I didn't feel like this brought anything original to the table
It's also,
or to your
the
printer.
graphics are terrible.
Looks like Microsoft Paint for
This
sure.
this
It-
this looks like it took I'll put it this way. I think a little more effort could have gone towards this,
Sure,
and it
sure.
would have really helped.
It reminded me a
a good way to
lot
put it.
of Welcome to Dino World, stripped down, made into a couple modules so that you can say there has extra expansions.
Yeah.
Your math is being called out, Tom. We need to order that Algebrapoly. Get a few
Yes.
copies. You're going to need it.
500 is 5%. It's not 5, it's 4.
4
going
and
back
100
to
is
baseball?
hold on, 4%.
It's an 8-sided die.
Go
It's
to jail.
4.5
Do not
technically.
collect your. Do not pass go.
But you're affecting the die that was rolled. So it's not. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Oh, jeez, here we go. Algebrapoly.
All right. Well, okay.
Yeah, that's,
Anyway, this is what it is. Unfortunately, it's not the only one of these we're talking about.
Let's move on.
All right. So this one here is Blaseball, the card game. Now, this has been talked about on the board game realm for a while. When they announced this several months ago.
What is this?
I was completely out of the
Okay,
loop on
so
this whole
I went,
Blaseball
I
thing.
went and looked it up
This is-
and watched a video. Actually, Quinn's from Shut Up and Sit Down made a video for another channel.
That's what it is. I saw
About
that video.
Blaseball.
That was like over a year ago. I saw
It was in
that video.
2020, yes.
Yeah.
So Blaseball is something that some people started in 2020 to, do something on the internet.
Yes.
And
Right.
it started as baseball. It's called a baseball horror simulation.
Okay.
And essentially, it's like a massive multiplayer online game type thing.
Yeah.
You go in there, you pick a team. If your team wins, you get money. You spend that money, you get upgrades. You start betting on the teams. Then you, with this money, can put money towards changing the rules of the game. And all kinds of stuff. It's not online right now. There's like seasons of it.
Okay.
It looks like something that I could get caught up in, so I deliberately have not really.
Talking about real money or fake
I
money?
think it's fake. I think. Anyway, so they're making a card game of this because this thing was very viral. We're
Okay.
talking thousands and thousands of people were playing this game.
And apparently they all abandoned it because this is not getting a lot of love.
Well, it does have 1,129 backers. So it must be a very
I
inexpensive
just
game.
expected, actually, when I figured out that this was based on something, I'm like, oh, really? Then I guess it isn't still very loved today.
Yeah.
Because anything based on, we've seen it before, where we look at some cartoony looking game, it's making $800,000, and we all look at each other like,
What
why?
is this? Yeah, yeah.
Oh, it's based on some cartoon strip.
Right.
And I'm not talking about oatmeal, that one's huge. I'm talking about a lesser known one that still generates that much money. So I don't know why, 36,000 is not bad by any means,
Sure.
but it isn't what I would expect to see from viral online thing money.
Yeah.
Don't you think, though, that you have to go through 2 levels to get to this? I have to
Yeah.
first know what Blaseball is.
Yes.
Yes.
And then, is the game any good? So if you're not interested in Blaseball, which I'm assuming is a lot of people, like Camilla, you said you didn't like baseball, so I'm assuming this doesn't change your
It's
mind on
different
it.
though.
Oh
This
no,
is
no!
Blaseball.
This took me from like not interested to I want nothing to do with this game. The more you talk about it, the more like visceral my reaction.
Well, I'm
Keep
actually,
talking, Tom.
Yeah.
I'm actually not. I'm interested in this. I'm going to go into it going, okay, do I need to know about Blaseball? Do you know what I mean?
know.
Do I have to go play that for a while to
Right.
get this? I'm always a little nervous when something's based on something else.
Yeah. And it's targeting people who like that thing, so you're going to feel on the outside immediately.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I assume.
Right.
I do like the look of these cards. I will say that. This has the feel of a collectible card game, like the one we were just looking at. I don't know if I don't know exactly how this is packaged, but
It says boosters. Is it collectible?
yeah, I think it's supposed to be somewhat of a CCG. But I like the graphic design on these cards a lot. I think the card frames on these and the art style is punchy. It's very modern. I think it looks good. I don't think I would like this game. I just think the look feels fresh.
We need Basketball, the card game.
That's, I think, even more of a esoteric
cut.
thing, though.
Yeah, yeah.
That is a deep cut.
I don't know.
I haven't seen that in ages.
This definitely looks like a CCG, so
Yeah.
we'll have to wait and see, I guess. I mean, and it funded, so it's going to happen and everything.
Right.
Huh. All right.
I'm all over it.
Maze War Chapter 1, customizable puzzle playing cards.
Very, very excited about what Z thinks about these.
So, look at that. The guy's finishing a picture.
It's not just cards,
Ah,
It's a puzzle.
I love he kept talking about how, if you don't want to play cards, you can just make the puzzle of these cards on whatever massive surface you have available to you, by the way. Arranging a 52-card deck side by side is not a small surface.
How many times have you been in a high-stakes game of poker,
Yeah.
and you decide, you know what, let's just call the game. Let's do a puzzle instead.
You all hug each other. You're like,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
let's get the cooperative thing.
It's like, I don't care about the flop.
I'm going to make a wild guess
Let's
you
just
hate
make a
everything
puzzle.
else about this.
I mean, I could see someone doing it and using it like for artwork on their game room
That's the
wall or
only
something
thing
like that.
I can see, yeah.
Just by the poster, is that what you're going to say?
Yeah, I mean,
is
I
there a
don't get
poster?
it.
I didn't know. Is there a
No,
poster
I
option?
don't know, but I know some people do buy uncut sheets of decks of cards because they like to put them up. Obviously, it wouldn't be a single image. It's all
Right.
pictures. So maybe.
You know what I think would be cool is if they made a puzzle with playing cards, but they did not all get placed in a grid. You actually had to tilt them and put them on top of each other. That'd be a very difficult puzzle, but it would be cooler and would take
so
a smaller
like an
space.
Etherfields thing,
Yeah.
where you've got cards and different things that create an image.
Yeah, and as time goes by, you're like, oh, if I cover this up, oh,
That'd
that's
be
how
really
that fits.
hard. Yeah,
it
that
would be really
cool.
hard,
That would be cool.
but it'd be more interesting.
Sounds like an escape room game.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. Combining a deck of cards with puzzles on the cards.
Right.
Kind of like Deckscape.
It's been done.
Deckscape, but with a playing deck of cards.
It's been close to done.
Let's get on that right now.
All right.
Reserved. All rights reserved.
Heroes of Normandie Battle for Caen. That's Caen, I believe it's pronounced.
I think, yeah.
So Heroes of Normandy came out about
been a
6-7
while.
years
Yeah, it's been-
ago. And then there was something, I don't know of everything that happened, but it kind of went out of the market. It was
Yellow
from,
picked it up, right?
Yellow was distributing it. I don't know if they were
Distributing it,
picking it up. What it is it's a bunch of tiles. It's a tactical war game where the tiles are square or rectangular units, and you move them around the board. In fact, I saw some people playing at the game store last night. They were-
Really?
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was Alex versus Alex.
Who won?
Oh.
Alex.
Oh, I figured.
Also, the bad guys won. That's what I was told. Freedom lost that day is what I was told.
Got it. Got it.
But it's not a very long game. It's not overly complicated. It's just that some people aren't going to want to play it because they want to see the toys,
Yeah.
the miniatures.
It's a little bit of like a memoir type
It's a
of thing.
miniature game without miniatures.
Yeah.
You like that?
I think this game's fine. It's been a long time since I played it. I didn't like it enough to like dumpster dive to get stuff from it.
Who would do that?
I think it looks good. We actually got a copy of the newer version here. This is kind of an expansion and all that extra stuff.
Yeah.
I would have to like really play through it a lot.
I will say they have a very unique and distinctive art style for this game.
They do, and I
This
like
game looks
it.
cool.
I really like it.
It's got a sort of a wartime cartoony vibe
Yeah.
going on that is a very appealing look to me.
Right, but not charactered. You know, I
Yeah,
mean, not
yeah.
like taken to cartoon. I mean, it's cartoony, but it's not
Caricature, you mean?
character. Yeah, I guess that's
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good. I think
like
it
it.
looks good. I don't know if it's a. I would play this one. I think, especially since you said it's not terribly long, not terribly complex. I would play this one.
Well, like I said, we have it right now, so we're
I'm out.
Go
Oh,
play.
yeah, he's
cracking it open
gonna
actually
hold you to that.
over the next couple days because we're sticking it in the library.
As long as someone teaches me.
Oh, well.
Z Garcia.
All right, Trailblazer, the John Muir Trail. This is a new company,
Is that
right?
the pronunciation? Because the person in the video also, I thought it would be Muir, but
I've
she was
always
not
said
pronouncing
Muir.
it Muir.
Yeah, I've always said Muir, so I don't know.
Okay.
Muir, either that or Muir.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It may have just been a
I
subtle.
was slightly confused when I first saw the name of this company, Mariposa Games, because I was like, wait, oh, no,
Mariposa.
because
The
game
I did
is
the
called
same
Mariposa.
Thing. I did the
Right,
same thing.
this is a very pretty game.
It's gorgeous. I mean,
it's Andrew
gorgeous.
Bosley, isn't it? Didn't I see
Yes.
that?
Yeah,
And
I mean-
I thought it was a different kind of artwork for him. I thought that was interesting because I saw it and thought it was pretty, but I didn't immediately scream Bosley. You know?
Yeah, this hasn't.
Are you making fun of me?
Imagine you looking at a game as the games come by the screen and you're like, Bosley!
Bosley!
Screaming
you know,
Bosley?
No, like it's not like in your face. I mean, you know Dutrait when you see it. You know,
I do
block
scream
it.
Dutray, so does Mike DeLeese do.
We do.
Okay.
I do.
This looks like it has a mixture of a few different things. So it gives me Parks vibes in one aspect, although it looks to be a bit more complex. It gives me Lewis and Clark vibes in one sense as well. This is very appealing to me, but I do hope it does something different because this theme right now is everywhere, right? It's everywhere.
That's kind of where I'm at with this right now. I looked at this one, and it looks big and has a lot of moving parts. And the more I looked at it, I mean, it is a pretty game, and I could totally see people jumping on this one. I think it just hit me at the wrong time. I'm a little exhausted by this page and by this game. Just looking at it, I feel exhausted. And there have been so many of these. This one maybe is just unfortunately sort of hitting at the wrong time. It feels bandwagony to me.
See, I feel like I had the opposite. I think that's what I thought when I first went into it. It was like, okay, another parks or another trekking the world, you know, whatever. But the more I looked, I was like, no, I really do like the resource management of it. I think it has a really good, as they're talking and explaining in the video, you can see how they took that theme and tried to put it into it. You know, you have to have the right things in your book bag and have the right level of experience to go on different parts, to meet different parts of the trail. And so I thought that they did a really good job of having some heavier mechanisms in it, but balancing it with that theme so that it makes sense. So I think the more I looked at it, the more excited I thought, and the more I thought it set itself apart from those other games that are already out there.
Yeah, I'm with you on that continuum that you guys were talking about. I'm more on your edge, although I'm cautious because there are a lot of things that look familiar. The one, as stupid as it sounds, the part of this that looks most exciting to me is that little, with the little ring and how everyone has their own path that they have to go through.
Yeah.
That's cute. Now, is that a gimmick? 100%.
Sure.
It could just be like you have your own card, you know what I mean?
But I mean, it's also like, how do you approach the trail? You know, I mean, are you going to do some little side trails, that kind of stuff on it? So again, I thought that was a really neat take on how you would actually approach this hike.
Yeah.
I would like to give a shout out here to Jason Washburn here at the bottom, because they asked everyone their favorite place to hike.
Yeah.
And he said, I don't hike. I like it. I'm with you, Jason. I just thought that was funny. I wouldn't have put that on the thing. Talking to him about hiking. He's like, nah.
Nah, I'm not hiking.
I'm good.
But also, I developed the game.
Right, own it. That's fine, yeah.
What do you think, Tom? You like the look of this one?
I like the look. So I think this theme is being done to death for sure. And it definitely feels like bandwagon, but it looks like a heavier game than most. Most of these games are light.
That's actually what I don't really like about it.
Oh, I want a heavier game.
That's
You
what
want
I
one.
like,
I don't want
that.
one. I'm okay with the ones I've got now and that I've seen are light. They fit that look in my head for me. Welcoming. They put me at ease. And I associate that with the look and setting of these games. I feel like this game is not going to put me at ease. When I'm done, it's going to be a big, epic sort of, maybe not, you know, particularly, but it's a heavier game than I want from this kind of setting, I guess is what I'm saying.
Okay.
And yes, it's being done a lot.
What about going to the arcade and playing video games?
I want this game to be good so bad,
too.
and I think it's going to be terrible, but I love the idea of it. I love the idea of you put out these cards, and those are the machines in this arcade.
Yeah.
And you're basically going to the different machines and trying to get tickets to get prizes, and who has the most prizes.
It's like a dice chucking game
really
is what
is.
it looks like, right?
I hope it's even if it's even a little bit good. I'm excited.
I know.
You know what I mean?
The video is great
It's
on this
fantastic,
one. It's a great, 1980s inspired video. Yeah, I'm really hoping that this is goofy, sure, silly, but that there's some decent mechanisms in there so that it it's fun to play and not just that it doesn't rely solely on the
Nostalgia.
the nostalgic factor. Yeah.
I hope it's good.
Yeah,
I really do.
I like it. I like what's going on here.
Hunters of the Lost Creatures, the card game.
Oh yeah.
What is that thing there?
Which one?
Well,
one in
obviously
the front,
one's
that's a peacock.
One's a unicorn with a corn cob.
Uh-huh.
And the
One's
other
a
one
chicken.
is a chicken with the body of a lime. But what's the third one?
No, it's a peacock.
It's a chicken.
Oh.
I think
No,
Z's
it's a,
right.
It's
Got
a
it.
hunt.
I think Z is right.
I'm running a little
There
slow
you
here.
go. Okay, you got it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
would the other one be
And that's unicorn.
Unicorn, right?
A
And
pig
then
walrus.
is it a walrus or is it a seal?
Sea pig.
Seal.
Sea pig, maybe?
Oh, sea pig.
I did
No,
look
it's a
through
sea
the.
cow. It's called a sea
Sea
cow.
cow,
So what is?
yeah.
So what would that be? That's not a cow.
We looked through all the names. I thought I thought the far away images of the animals looked bad, but when I saw the drawings up close, like there, I thought, oh, they don't look so good. But then when I saw them up close, and the later on they go through the goofy titles of the animals and they show you. Then I thought the artwork was okay up close.
I don't. This is going to be a tough one because I have come down very
Butterfly.
hard. Yeah.
Butterfly.
The melancholy flower. I have come down pretty hard on these types of games before, but there's something about this one. I still don't know that I'd want to play it, but it seems a little less cynical than some of those other ones.
Okay, that was funny. I like
Piece
that.
of crab.
That's a piece of crab.
I don't know, for someone, this doesn't,
with
you know
you.
what I mean? This one doesn't read me as cynical like some of the other ones do.
Oh, there's the whole
Pig
thing.
gin.
You didn't see the whole
Pig gin,
thing.
yeah.
Oh, that was bad.
That's fantastic.
That's a Chris Yee one. What's
You said it didn't hit you as bad, Mike? You said it didn't hit you as bad?
No,
This
it didn't
one
hit me as cynical as some of them. I don't know if it's any good. I mean, the game looks, again,
Does
very
not
take that-y,
It doesn't look very good. It's
Yeah.
some sort of goofy set collection game with you playing a card and then
simultaneous play. Yeah.
Right, but also like trying to not outthink, but
Yeah.
get in their head to get in your head. Do you think I did this or that, or do you know that I thought I did that?
I need this one, so what
I was like, oh my gosh, you just.
That part doesn't bother me. The part that
that
bothers me is
drives me
send a
nuts.
tornado at somebody, send a thief to somebody.
Yes.
Yeah.
That just, it's just, to me, that's what you do when you don't know what else to do in a game to make it interactive. But with all that being said, this one looks somewhat better than some of the other ones to me.
I disagree.
I wouldn't back this.
No.
But if it was here right now,
I'd look through it, mess with it.
I'd mess with it for even if it's for a dumb laugh. You know what I mean? We've done that with some little games.
I did it last night.
This fits that category for me, where I'd be like, all right, Tom, let's go. Shuffle them up. Oh,
It's gonna be
look at that
15
butterfly.
minutes, right,
That goofiness.
Yeah.
Is it going to keep coming out? Very unlikely. But I'll laugh through it once. Yeah.
The Dark.
Ugh.
It's a solo game.
No, next. It's a solo RPG. I don't RPG much. I certainly don't solo RPG. I'm not saying there's anything wrong. It's just not anything I have any interest in at all.
That's funny that the solo guy is the first one out the door to be like, no.
I'm just. This is
But he
not.
also doesn't RPG. I mean,
I'm trying to get something out of Mike. He's like, no.
No.
That was like my whole
Am I
thing.
mistaken though that they're kind of doing the same thing as the roll and writes, where this is a pretty much a print and play option? Like,
think
hey,
so.
here's the PDF files. Now you can also get a book and that kind of
Sure.
stuff. So I don't know if that's unique necessarily, but I don't think I've seen much of that.
Yeah,
Again, trying to get into that print your own.
Yeah.
They fund it.
I'm pretty ignorant to this genre in general, so I don't know if that's a unique thing or.
Right.
It's just a particularly depressing theme, so.
Really, what about that's depressing?
If it was just like dark,
was pretty.
that's fine. But when it gets personal, I'm
Yeah.
like,
Right.
All right, Of Minds and Men Roll and Write Edition. This is another one of these print and play.
It was a
Ones.
video game, right?
I think it just looks like one, no?
No, I think
No,
he
it's-
said it was a
yeah.
video game.
Okay.
The guy that made this made
Right.
the video game and said,
Okay.
"Oh, here's a roll and write version of it that you can
Right.
play."
This one
Yeah.
looks better than the other one.
Yeah,
thought.
sure.
I thought
board.
so for sure.
You
More
didn't have
game here as well.
Too much to go over, but yeah, this looks better. Those look like little app icons. You know what I
They
mean?
do.
It very much has the app art, which is what you would want on a game based on an app.
I would not want to print this in black and white.
No.
I thought the same
I
thing.
print it in full color and laminate it so you can do it multiple times.
Yes.
But
Yep.
This looks, I feel like I'm looking at an ad on an iPhone app. This is the kind of stuff that pops up on an ad.
Yeah.
hang on, you'll get your 5 gems in a second.
Right.
Watch
Yeah,
this for
right.
11 more seconds.
Here's the countdown.
La, 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 and then we're going to put the X somewhere where you can't find it.
Correct. Oh, it popped up on the screen, but you have to find it.
But I think that's on purpose too. Again, because coming
X?
from it looking like an ad, looking
I do
like
think this is going to be
phone
something that has
app.
nothing to do with this, but that's kind of what we do. They use the term throw dice. Have you heard that? Really, it's usually
Oh.
roll dice to me.
Toss dice, baby.
Toss-
If you tell me
dice.
to throw, I'm doing overhand.
Right.
Throw
I'm going to
is
fling
a-
it at your
You
head.
are getting
It's a
some dice in your
regionalism.
face.
Is that what it is?
It's just not an American. It's not an American way to say
Got
it.
it. See, that was my question. Is
In
that
fact, in Spanish, you never say, you don't translate it to roll dice. You throw dice.
But what do
That's what
dice
it
do?
is.
Do dice, if the dice is bouncing on the table, is it rolling?
or is it throwing?
No, they're not throwing themselves, Mike. Yeah. I don't know. They are rolling, I guess, or they're bouncing or something. But
No, that's not. Oh,
but you
So
you
you
throw
so
dice.
you roll. So you throw dice so that they will roll instead of you
Yes, I mean,
rolling
I
dice.
guess. You're not rolling dice. You don't,
Interesting.
again, translating it one to
Yeah.
one.
All right.
Unless there's, again, other regionalisms that maybe do say roll.
What if you are speaking Spanish and you are rolling dice in an elevated manner? Are you throwing up dice?
No, that would be swallowing the dice and then
Legionary
regurgitating.
playing cards.
Regurgitating
Z,
the
more playing cards.
Yeah.
Are these better? I didn't think you'd like these because they have the black borders.
I don't like these for a lot of reasons.
I'm trying to find deck of cards he likes. There's
This
not
is-
many. These I like pick the.
Did you like these?
No, I didn't even like them.
No,
Yeah, I don't
I like the art actually, but I
like
don't
the
think
art
it fits
a
on the
lot.
card.
Right, the art is great. I wouldn't want it on this deck of cards. I like the theme. I like the setting here. I don't like the fonts they went with. This looks like it's one of those
I like the
low
ace.
vision.
I like that card.
I don't
The
know.
ace of spades.
I
Yeah, it
don't
looks
know
cool.
that I like that card.
I don't like the black bordered cards. Yeah, I don't like the colorization they went with. No, I don't really
I
like.
do not like the numbered
You weren't
cards.
kidding. You don't like anything about these cards.
Wow.
I like the artwork.
Do you like the size of the cards?
Yeah, the size is great. It's what you call standard playing card size. It's very good.
I hate that thick black border, and I usually have
Yeah.
no like.
That looks like a card on a card.
Right.
It looks
Followed-
terrible.
Exactly. Followed by
That's
the really
what the low
ornate.
vision decks look like. I don't know if you've ever seen those.
No.
For people who have not great eyesight.
Oh, well, I didn't know. That's kind of cool, I guess. But
I mean, I'm
He's trying to make
sure
you feel bad.
that's
No, no,
not
no.
what they're going for. I'm
Oh,
sure.
Okay.
But that's kind of what those decks look like. They have a giant pip in each corner.
But can you see that red?
That's gonna say if they're going
That
for low
looks
vision,
terrible.
that's not gonna be
No,
helpful.
no, this is
because
not
it's
going to
so-
be that. They're
Yeah.
not going for that. I'm just saying it makes me think of those decks. This is not a good look. I don't like the red, and then the beige is for the black because the deck is black backed. No.
Is that beige or is that gold? It might just
I think
be
it's
the
gold.
look.
I
The
thought it
look
was
of
gold
this.
and silver.
Because
Whatever it is, I don't like
you got
it.
gold and silver. That would be my guess.
Silver and gold.
And then they're also gilded, right? You can buy a
Oh,
gilded deck.
they're
Not a
gilded.
fan. Not a fan of gilded decks.
All right, last board game project. This is multiple stuff.
Yeah.
This is from Board Game Tables, who makes tables occasionally, but also games.
Yes.
This is a bunch of expansions for all their games. QE, Bytes, On Tour, and Kabuto Sumo. All those games are fairly popular. I would argue On Tour might be the most, although QE has gotten some buzz in different directions.
I really
Yeah.
like it.
Right.
I like all of these that I've played. I like them quite a bit. I guess I have not played half. I haven't played Kabuto Sumo or Bytes. But it is neat that they're making this very easy to get what you want. They're not trying to put you into a thing of, hey, you want this expansion? No, you're getting everything.
I hate that, and thank you for not doing it.
Yes, yeah, they've made it so you can get what you want.
Right, and they're really
You can
clear
get
about how you can
combinations of what
switch
you
it out.
want. Yeah, that's
Right.
that's very customer
All
forward.
right, so on that end, so Kabuto Sumo expansion's easy. It's more insects.
Yeah.
I've not played On Tour, but this is a standalone game. That interests you?
Yeah, absolutely.
it's
This
supposed to be
looks
more
great.
complex.
Yeah, but On Tour is very light
Very
and
light.
straightforward. So, and it's a great production of On Tour. It's a really neat
think you'd
roll
like
and
On
ride
Tour.
with a great production.
I think so. It's just one of those ones I haven't got to.
Yeah.
Commodities expansion for QE. I'm definitely interested in that because QE, I love the concept.
Yeah.
But once you take away the auction, there's not much of a game. Adding a little bit more game would not be terrible.
Sure.
And I definitely want the Ian O'Toole checks. What is that? That's a weird naming convention.
Look.
Is that what they sent him? They're like, he got 2,000.
Here's
for
your
this one.
commission. Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't know, but
And then Bytes just needs more rules cards because that's what it has. It just has different rules. I'm assuming they add those double Bytes. Are those just thicker pieces?
what are we looking? Oh, probably that's the original expansion. So did you not have that in the game?
I guess so. I think I have them.
Yeah.
They do lay this out very
They
well. though.
really
If you
do.
if you want an expansion for one of their games that you have, you can puzzle this out easily.
Right. Or if you want an expansion for the two that you have, but you want just the base for another one because you
Yeah.
don't know yet, they make it very easy for you to do that, which is
It's very
the
well
way to
done.
handle it.
This is a good-looking page.
I love the
that
insanity
gentleman right
of
there.
this.
Oh, they quoted me.
It really tickles your what was it?
You can find out later.
NSFW.
I'm looking.
I want to play Kabuto Sumo. I've heard mixed things about it, but
Right.
I
I
love
don't love it as much
coin
as
pushing
others do.
thing.
I felt that coin thing, it just feels real lucky.
Wow, that I
mean,
don't care
no,
about.
I
I heard
get
it was
it.
too long. That was my main concern.
I
Oh,
heard
it
that.
has luck in it.
I want to play K.
Oh, Bytes, I see. That's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
They made these two
I thought you
instead
were
of just
like
a tile.
super opposed to playing QE.
Yeah, I don't really.
You need to play the game.
You know what?
I
we should
wasn't.
play.
I wasn't interested.
We
until
should
I
play
played
QE on our.
We'll do it for the marathon. Yeah, it's a great marathon game.
Yeah. All right.
Double
That's
the
it
amount
for
of food
games.
tokens is double is Bytes.
I like that little bird.
Oh,
Is
that's
that in the
great.
original?
Oh, I know why. Double Bytes, I didn't get it. Double Bytes lets you play with more players in a longer path. That's what it was.
Got it.
You played the original game, so it just makes the path longer. I don't.
Okay.
I don't think the game needs that, but.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
All right, let's take a look at a few non-game projects. Always send these to me at tom@dicetower.com. I love to find the interesting, but I especially love to find the stupid projects. This is a mix here. Shargeek Retro 35 GAN Charger. My word.
Indiegogo.
It's making 80,000.
It's on Indiegogo, guys. Let's just stop there and admire that.
That's impressive.
Well, it kind of fits the theme.
Yeah. This is
It's retro.
Not
is
going
true.
for a look. This looked like this when they were bringing it through.
This is cute. I would, if the price was right, I would get this.
Do you know what the price is?
no.
Did you look at it?
No. Is the
It's like
price not
20
right?
bucks.
Oh, that's
20
fine.
or $25 for a cube?
For a charger. Chargers aren't cheap.
No, this isn't
I
like
know,
a cord
they get
cable.
lost
This
here all
is
the time.
cube. How many cubes do you have sitting around your house? I got like 6 of them.
Yeah, maybe.
You know what I'm saying? So a $20 one?
But does the cube you have at home, does it light up to tell you what type of charging is happening?
You know what I
No,
gotta
my
say?
phone does.
Mike can sell me on this. I could see me owning this one, if only to tell my kids, that's mine.
Right.
Because I'll be like, you're using my charger, and they're like, it ain't yours.
Or you could
This
just
looks
like
like
put
a
your
cube.
name on it like
I
you
don't
do
want
all
to
the,
sully it and go to that kind of effort.
like you do every game in the library, like
That's
you
true.
do.
He's gonna have his bricks stolen.
Stolen
One
from
of your
dad.
From Tom.
One of your
Baffert.
kids would just take this and write their name on it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
I could see it if you're using it like they did in some of the pictures where the person has it on
their desk. Agreed. Yeah.
and then you are going for a vibe on your desk.
Right. Or a gift.
At that point, it's a
something like that.
decoration and a charger. That's cute.
This person also
It's
has
a floor wax
typewriter.
and a dessert topping. Yeah, no, I like it. I think it's cute.
All right.
I think it's dumb.
Next we have, well, this is all the way at the top. What did I miss there? Oh, yes.
Oh, you were trying
here
to
we
load
go.
up some soap. in
Electric water gun. Okay, yes. So, forgetting everything else about this.
there. Yes.
We just covered something like this.
Yeah,
Very
okay.
similar.
So it's another water gun that shoots bullets, blah, blah, blah. But the reason we're taking a look at this is because you can also use it to clean your car.
You can use it as a
It comes
pressure
with a soap
washer.
compartment, which no kid will ever use.
I was going through the page, and about halfway through, it felt like they realized, oh, wait. Kids don't have money. We need to sell this to the parents.
Which
They have cars.
Right.
They could use these
Which in their
supercharged.
defense, my son might wash the car if I let him do it with a
that's a good
squirt gun.
idea.
I'm saying that might happen.
But I'm thinking about this from the end of, if you give kids this to play a water gun, they're going to be like, soap time, baby.
yeah.
I'm going to
sure.
destroy
On
the
the
eyes of
car.
everyone who plays me.
Yes,
That's
that's
right.
true, yeah.
Yeah, because you can literally hook your garden hose up to this gun. That's how it turns.
You can
into-
also carry around apparently a 30-pound
You can't
backpack.
camelback.
Camelback,
Look at
yeah.
this.
That's got to be really heavy, man.
Yep.
That's amazing.
That is fantastic.
I would just fill that with Tide Pods.
Kabuki took this in a whole different direction. I'm not going to
Yep,
acknowledge.
yep. Well,
All
as
right.
you just did.
Well, but I didn't say it
You
out
definitely
loud.
just called it. Okay.
Oh. Can't you do that in any water
That's
gun?
what I was gonna say.
Yes.
If there's a soap compartment, things other than soap are
All
gonna
right.
end up in it.
So can you not afford Bose headphones?
Nah.
But
you
instead
got-
you
but you
pay
got
more money for the AirPods.
Yeah.
But you want to look like someone who has the ones that fall on your neck.
Right. So yeah, this is.
The only thing I'll say for this project is it does extend the life of the AirPods. So if you are traveling a lot,
Sure.
something
Yes.
like that, and you need the AirPods to last on
Like for 3 days, for example. If you're traveling for 3 days.
No, because no. If you are on like an 8-10 hour plane ride,
Yes.
and you need the headphones to last the whole time because you're doing some noise canceling on the AirPod Pros or something like that, and you need
Right.
the headphones to last that long, it would extend it.
I
Kind of like you have that little. Okay, you have a block for your cell phone, right?
Yes, of
Yes.
course.
It's the same. So it's kind of the same thing.
But the cell
in
phone
those
doesn't come with a thing
situations.
that I can pop it into it and it charges it and then I pop it out and use it again. These do. There's a little thing that comes with them when you get them.
Yeah.
And you charge that.
You charge the
and
thing.
that charges them.
Yeah.
But the point is, you can't use them during that time. It's charging.
Sure, for those 15 minutes, you have to
Yeah.
suck
Yeah, but did
it
you
up.
see the video of this guy? He was like, "Oh, I have to use a phone like a
Yeah,
normal
it's
human
outrageous.
being."
No, I
that
watched the video,
really
yeah.
cracked
I'm
me
not,
up.
I'm not saying I
It's
would get it.
corner
I think
case.
So
it's.
let's
I
see if
definitely
I'm in the
think it is,
99%.
Wait, where is this guy? I want
It's
to find
very
him.
much a corner case, yeah.
Yes.
They
Where's the
look
guy?
good. This looks good. I don't like the neck thing as much.
But again, go get a set of those. So no, I'm not for this project. I'm just saying that's the one
Where was it in
very
here?
small
It made me
situation I
laugh.
can
Must have been
see
at the
it.
beginning.
I want to get these and give them to someone
There
and
it
don't
is.
tell them what they are. Just have them think they are headphones.
He doesn't have AirPods, and he's like, "What? Oh, I have to hand answer it by sticking it on my ear.
Ridiculous.
That's such a 2022
Oh my gosh.
thing. Like,
Yeah, that's pretty
Disgusting.
bad.
you don't have to be a get off my lawn thing to think, Anyway, actually, this is not a terrible
No, it's a neat
idea.
idea. It's a neat idea.
But it is expensive,
It's a
and it
neat
makes an
idea for, like,
expensive
5 people.
project more expensive, and I'll be happy with my Bose headphones. I'm sorry, I just don't.
Bose is trash.
Those are really expensive.
They are, but so is this, and so are AirPods when you
AirPods
put
are
them
not
together.
Yeah, but this is from UXO.
So we have music coming through. I think.
Oh. All right.
Yeah!
Bring on the wearable bag, baby! Now we've gotten to
just
the
like-
gold.
I can say
Could they not have come up with a better name?
It's a wearable bag, okay?
Wearable bag. Look, when I'm looking for a product, I want to know exactly what it is.
Thank you. Don't make me guess. Don't make me scroll.
Right.
Tell me right
What
at
is
the
this?
top.
Oh.
What am I getting here?
This is a bag
Oh.
that you can wear 100% in.
I'm all in. They at one point used to store rice
Yes.
as it was shipped across the country.
Also, I
What
love
do they call like it's a jacket?
It's a
though.
jacket.
No, it's a
But
wearable bag.
In the video, right, they show people putting in, I don't know, 400 or 500
yeah.
pounds worth of stuff into this wearable
riding their
bag.
bike.
And then they're walking, and the jacket is flapping in the wind. I'm like, look, you've just put a refrigerator in that thing. It's not going to be flapping around.
I was laughing so much watching the video because it's clear that they
Right.
show you someone putting a whole laptop,
Right.
a whole
Yeah.
iPad.
Right.
One lady sticks a water bottle in her.
She puts a couch
and then
in
you
there.
see her clearly
Yeah, look.
wearing an empty one as they're
Right.
walking upstairs
Look,
and taking it off.
What I wanted to see...
There was not a laptop in that when you took it off.
I wanted to see the clown car thing. I wanted to see somebody wearing a wearable bag, actually wearing it, and then taking 75 items out of that wearable bag. That's what I want to see. They didn't do
I
that
agree
once.
with you. I mean, they're clearly they're not playing by the rules.
They are not.
If you show me her putting that in there, a whole water bottle,
Mm-hmm.
then I want to see that water bottle somewhere smacking into her.
Correct. Yeah, this is...
You're playing fast and loose with
Yeah,
your
but
rules.
you know what? With the airlines being more picky
Yeah.
about what you
Pretty
can
soon
take a
they'll be
carry
like,
on, everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, we want to advise you that you turn off your cell phones and empty your wearable bag.
Oh, man.
Oh, this is amazing. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Oh, sorry. Someone says thieves rejoice. A pickpocket's like, oh my goodness,
Yeah, right.
it's a buffet.
Because the guy's wearing a laptop across his back like
Right.
a shield.
Right, yeah.
Well, to be fair, I did buy that jacket one time just so I could stick an iPad in the pocket
How did that
from
go?
Kickstarter. Shut up.
Yeah, exactly. That wasn't even a wearable bag.
That was just a jacket with a big pocket that
I
when you
know,
put
it's
the
garbage.
I put the iPad in, it would fit, and then I stood up and I was like, oh.
The other issue is that if you go to hug somebody that's wearing a wearable bag, things exploding all over.
I
Your
agree.
iPad is cracked. The water bottle's exploding everywhere.
Onto your iPad.
Yeah, it's correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is...
A board game table says maybe we should make wearable tables.
I love everything about that
Oh, there you
idea.
go.
I like it. I
That's
like
a good April 1st joke, actually.
That is
you
a
go.
good, yeah, that's a good one.
All right, pick of the week time here. Whew. All right, Mike, what do you got?
This one to me was, this was easy. The Trailblazer is my pick of the week. I think we do have some reservations that I think we mentioned, but this is the one that I would want to play right now today of all of
Is
these.
this anyone else's pick of the
That's
week?
mine. You can put me on there as well. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's what I've been wanting. I know you said you didn't want a heavier one, that hiking, but being someone who is more into hiking, understands that nuance,
Yeah, you don't get it, Z.
No, okay, that's not what I said. That is
I'll say
not
it.
what
Do
I
you know
said.
the nuances?
You
of
love
it? Do you
nature.
even own a wearable bag?
I mean, planning my trips, understanding you have to look at those different things and planning the multi-day
Yeah.
things and your pack and what you're going to wear and how, I wanted that in a board game. I
Yeah.
mean, we have a lot of themes on this, but they're more surface,
Yeah.
and that's okay, and I enjoy those very much, but I want deeper mechanisms, and this really seems that they understand both those sides, both games, from the mechanisms we talked
Yeah.
about, as well as how to plan a hike, so I'm really excited about this one.
Sweet.
All right, what about you, Z?
I am going with the board game tables one, mainly for that on tour standalone one. Looks awesome.
Yeah,
But
this is
I've played,
also
like,
mine.
That would be my second choice.
Yeah. Yeah, this looks great. It's a nice way to run a project, combine all the expansions so folks can just show up and get whatever they want.
You don't get a
whichever
pick of the week.
I
combination
know,
they
Roy's
want.
not giving me my pick of the week.
You don't get one.
It's also mine.
No grandpas. No grandpas allowed.
So there you go. That's my pick of the week. Actually, you know what my second pick would have been? The arcade one.
Yeah, I'm hoping, man, right?
I like this one because I want the expansion for QE. That's
Yeah,
one
me
that
too.
not very often do I think a game needs expansions. Like the Bytes, I'll take it, whatever, but I don't think it needs it. QE doesn't need it, but I really would like to see it, and it could be one of those expansions I never want to play the game without.
Yeah.
Sure.
So,
Yeah, a couple of good ones this week at least, thankfully.
Yeah.
alrighty. Well, that is it, folks, for Crowdsurfing. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. Yep, 9 o'clock with Board Game Breakfast. And then tomorrow at 2, the A team is bringing you their top 10
we
family
doing
weight
2?
games.
We're doing noon. We usually do noon.
Is it noon?
Okay.
It must be noon.
Must be
because that's
noon.
what I was just told.
I don't know.
Must be new.
It's usually noon.
I said noon.
Check the calendar in your wearable bag. Where is it?
I had one of those daily calendars.
Take the whole thing out.
I tell you, one the kind you put on the desk.
There you go.
Anyhow, until next time, I'm Tom Vassell.
I'm Z Garcia.
I'm Camilla Cleghorn.
And I'm Mike Felicio.
Have fun wearing a bag.
Yeah.